Hi friends, I'm Abby and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to be recapping everything that I have read in the months of January, February and March, saying the name of the book, author, star rating, and then I will talk about a couple of my favourites for those past 3 months at the end. So this is pretty much in the style of how Reagan from Peruse Project has done her recaps of the season type videos. So I'm not really looking at my stats or anything, just a quick overview of what I've been reading. So in the month of January, I read 7 books. So I read A Reaper at the Gates by Sabaa Tahir and I gave this 4 stars. Poison Study by Maria V. Snyder and I gave this 4.5 stars. A Sky Beyond the Storm, again by Sabaa Tahir, and I gave this 4 stars. City of Stairs, City of Blades and City of Miracles by Robert Jackson Bennett, and I gave all of these 4 stars, with City of Miracles getting 4.5 stars. And A Vow So Bold and Deadly by Brigid Kemmerer, which I gave 3 stars. In the month of February, I read 6 books. So I read The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson, which I gave 5 stars. The Archive of the Forgotten by A.J. Hackwith, which I gave 2 stars. Magic Study by Maria V. Snyder, which I gave 4.5 stars. A Time of Dread by John Gwynne, which I gave 5 stars. A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas, which I gave 4.5 stars. And A Time of Blood by John Gwynne, which I gave 5 stars. In the month of March, I read 12 books, somehow. So I read The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, which I gave 5 stars. I DNF'd Ship of Ruin by Pam Godwin. I read Winter's Orbit by Everina Maxwell, which I gave 4 stars. Fire Study by Maria V. Snyder, which I gave 4 stars. Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones, which I gave 3 stars. The Bone Ships by R.J. Barker, which I gave 2 stars. A Dead Djinn in Cairo and The Haunting of Tramcar 015 by P. Jelly Clark, and I gave both of these 4 stars. And The Bridge Kingdom by Danielle L. Jensen, which I gave 4 stars. Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Neuvel, which I gave 2 stars. The Traitor Queen by Danielle L. Jensen, which I gave 4 stars. And La Part de l'Autre by Eric Emmanuel Schmidt, which I gave 3 stars. So those are all the books that I read in the first 3 months of the year as a quick run through. So talking through my favourites, I had quite a few very positive books. I mean, there were quite a few 4 stars and not so many 5 stars, but yeah, it's fine. And there were quite a few 2 stars, sadly, and a DNF. Okay, so thinking of my favourites, probably my favourite book that I've read this year so far is The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. I don't think any of us are really surprised, but I mean, for the hype, I was like, what happens if I don't like it? Like, people are going to ban me if I don't like this book. But thankfully, I liked The Way of Kings. Thankfully. So The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson was definitely a favourite. I had so much fun reading it. Like, it was 1,000 pages, like it took a long time, but I had a lot of fun, like getting to know the characters, like the characters as a whole, also trying to piece it together with the rest of the Cosmere, because I've already read a lot of the Cosmere books. I like seeing the links between the books. I had a lot of fun with it. And like discussing it with everyone, because so many other people had read it, and like people are very clever, much more clever than me. So like seeing how their brains like connected things, I was like, oh, got it. But yeah, I'm really excited to continue on with the Stormlight Archive. So definitely Way of Kings was a favourite. Another favourite is like all the books I read by John Gwynne, A Time of Dread and A Time of Blood. Like that, I mean, everything John Gwynne is 5 stars for me. I'm a 5-star strumpet with John Gwynne now. Like, I don't expect anything to be less than 5 stars. I really don't. His books are just wow me. They completely wow me. Like the way that he writes action is just so addictive and gripping. Like you just have to know what's going to happen to the characters. It's so well done. And then his characters, like I feel for his characters so much. Like I just feel for them. I'm like emotionally invested in his characters, in all the characters. And like in that second trilogy, so you have The Faithful and the Fallen, and then you have Of Blood and Bone, and I was reading the Of Blood and Bone trilogy this year. And like in that second trilogy, you don't have as many perspectives as you do in Faithful and the Fallen. So I feel as though you have a different sort of relationship to them as you do with the characters in The Faithful and the Fallen. And I just felt for them so much. Like I felt for them, and so emotionally invested in them. I just love this book. I just love them. I just love them, okay? So them as well. And then I also, a favourite, I mean, although I only gave it 4.5 stars, it is a favourite, and that is A Quarter Silver Flames by Sarah J Maas. Like, my experience reading that book, I had so much fun with it. So much fun. Like, I had quite a few friends reading it when it was released, like reading it pretty much, well, I read it the day after, like not on release day because my copy didn't arrive, but like reading it with everyone else, all of us like gushing and talking about it and like just chatting as we read it. It was such a fun experience, like, which really heightened like my enjoyment of it, and like the characters and the writing style, and I could not put the book down. Like, I could not put that book down. Like, I read it in like 2 days pretty much because I just couldn't put it down. Like, you could not stop me from reading it. So those are my 3 favourite books from the past 3 months and everything else that I have read in this time period. So let me know what your favourite book so far of the year has been. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in my future videos. Bye!